Whoops. Start again. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch, alive and well in Melbourne, Florida. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. Good to be back home. Good to be back home. I'm going to tell you all about it. But in the meantime, let's get this ball rolling. And start with drink it if you got it. Let's just say, don't be a zombie, drink your coffee. And this is the cup that Alia sent me with the sun's artwork on the back. Cool. Got a little sun over the weekend. Can you tell? I think it looks good. I'm going to have to start getting more and more sun. Okay. Get everything set here as people pour in. The mad rush of Kiltsy's over to here. He had a pretty good show this morning. I enjoyed that. It's refreshing to see younger people finding this lifestyle. I wish I had found it at Celia's age, but most of us were a lot older. But wow, when you hear about all that stuff that can go wrong with you at such a young age, just by following all the trends in diet, exercise, working out, bodybuilding. And I think she was a realist and pointed out that the focus for most of these young people is looking good, like Billy Crystal used to say in his Fernando character. It's better to look good than to feel good, darling, you would say. And there's a lot of truth in that. And that is our, I think, driving factor. We want to look good and we'll accept the health consequences as paying the price for looking good. I don't think we're going to change that. I think human beings are driven to look good so that they can attract mates. It's as simple as that. Well, here we are. You've all heard about my trip to Sarasota, and wow, we had such a good time, and we've decided, and I don't know, I hope we can keep it up, that we're going to get together in person and spend a day together at least once a month. It's very educational, I think, for both of us. There's a connection there. There's no doubt about it. And just to show you this connection, Barry Simon's latest meme by way of Thomas, who did the original graphic for this.
Hey, Mitch, ready for some real food? You bet, Kiltsy. No more counting plants for us. We count steaks. Time to dig in. Perfect.
That about summed it up. I hope you like that. I'll be playing it more often, but I love those AI memes that Barry creates. So thank you, Barry. Thank you so much. But we had a great time. We did a couple of fun live streams from over there. We never stopped talking. We just, a lot of conversation, a lot of deep conversation. Conversation that many people may not have been able to follow, actually. We talked quantum physics. I mean, you would believe the range of subjects. But we had a good time. Had a great time, survived. Didn't eat a lot. We only ate one meal while I was over there, and that was dinner on Thursday, where we cooked that half a cow out there on the barbecue. I have a video of that. Probably show it tomorrow. I forgot to download it off my phone to the computer, so I'll do that and I'll show it to you all tomorrow. Kilsey throwing the meat into the fire and these huge chunks of meat, but God, was it delicious. And he had some beef that he had dry aged for 3 months. That's the first time in my life I ever eat beef that had been dry aged for 3 months. And I'll tell you all about it as I show you the video tomorrow. Lori Weitzel, first one in. Hiya, Lori. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. And Just Jerry says, Mitch, I hope you enjoyed your mini getaway vacay. I did that. Lady G was back this morning. No, yesterday. Good evening. I expect to be deleted by YouTube. No, it got through. It got through. How about that? And Robbie Autry was here. That was last night. Welcome back home, Mitch. I hope you had a wonderful time with Dr. Kilt. See you in the morning, I'm sure. Thank you. Thank you. And now Lady June's back this morning. Now we're getting into the morning crowd. Mike Seeley from Tampa Bay. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you. Good to see you. I woke up this morning. $3:30. Did I say I woke up? I woke up at 3:30. I lay there for about 10 minutes, and I was wide awake. Wide awake. And I just turned on the light, sat up in bed, getting ready. I figured, well, I'm up. I'm up. I don't know what I'm going to do at 3:45 to 4 in the morning, but I'm up. And just then, this is one of these Twilight Zone things. I got a text from Kiltsey. The timestamp on the text was 3:38. And he, basically, I'll paraphrase, said it in the text. Good morning, my brother. I had a great time and glad we did that. And I don't want to get too personal, but I said to myself, wow. And I'm a big believer in the connected universe and the connected human experience, and that we are connected with certain people, which is why sometimes if you have a kid and you're thinking about your kid, the minute the thought pops in your mind thinking about the kid, all of a sudden you get a phone call. I think we are connected, and I don't think that being connected to Kiltsey woke me up, but I do think that he probably, in some deep, dark, subconscious mind area, got a little signal from me, Mitch is awake, and put the thought about me in his mind, and he just sent me a text right at the time when I woke up. It is an amazing phenomenon. It's not coincidence. It happens to us all the time. We are indeed connected, and I think Kiltz and I, after a weekend together, that connection kind of firmed itself up. It's great. It's great to be connected to people that you feel comfortable with. These people can become great friends. Great friends. So that was pretty cool. And I texted it back and said, are we crazy getting up this early? I don't normally wake up at 3:45. I'm usually 4:30 to 5. I had a good night's sleep, though. That was interesting. That was interesting. I thought I'd tell you about that. Mike Silly Sr. here in Melbourne. Hi, Michael. Good morning to you. Good morning. And Wayne Herman. Good morning, Mitch, and all friends from Lake Gaston, North Carolina. Hugh Myra's here. Good morning, sweetie. How you doing? Good to see you. Terry is here. Good morning, Mitch. And all getting on the road soon, but got my ears on. Have a good one. We'll do that. We'll do that. Richard Williams of Copper Hill, Tennessee. Chris Swain from Australia says good evening. And yes, it is over there. Lucy Work. Hiya, Lucy. Good to see you. Meanie Wallace, greeting from South Carolina. Greetings to you. Greetings to you. Christy. Right? Christy? I think I got it. How are you? How are you? Barry, Simon, good morning, Mitch, and all from Marathon, Massachusetts. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I guess I knew that. I guess I did know that. Hi, Barry. I really like that meme with the two old guys. They're Sesame Street characters, in case we've forgotten. Sitting up in the balcony, always bitching about something. So, appropriate for two old farts like me and Kelsey. An old fart and an older fart. Let me put it that way. Daniel, good morning, Daniel. How are you? Danny, good to see you. And Just Jerry, good morning, Mitch, and all. Mitch Fitz, good to see you. Brian Dish, how are you? And Sorry Lambs. Brian Dish was the winner this morning at 7. A new contender, folks. A new contender, followed immediately by Lambs and Robbie Autry. How about that? At 7 o'clock. Larry Ryan was here at 7 o'clock. And this is a 7 o'clock crowd. Rick. Morning, Rick. Bride's Biscuit is here. How you doing, Peter? Good to see you, my friend. And Steve Rogers, superhero, from Kansas City. Captain America, how you doing? My BBNE, that's Sharon. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Good to see you this morning. Lizzie's here. Hiya, Lizzie. And it's a new one. Short stack of ribs. I'll have some. Thank you. Yes, please. Good morning to you. Short stack of ribs. Are you new here, or did you change your name? Do we know you by another name? Jerry, good morning, Jerry. How you doing? And Glenn Guthrie's here. And Rick says, quack time. Edward Renner, good morning, Mitch, and everybody from San Diego. And Corgi Lover, good morning to you. Hi-de-ho, everyone. Jerry Voitish, good morning, Jerry. How you doing? Good to see you. And Chuck is here. Super Tune. Lori, good morning to you, Lori. How are you today? Great show last night, Dan. Okay. I'm sure it was. Don Chager says good morning. How you doing? Good to see you. And now we're starting the conversation. We have Brian Airy. How you doing, Brian? Good to see you. Good to see you. And Lizzie, and a question from Peter. I saw that you were using your right hand to work the mouse while you were at Kiltsy's house. Are you doing that now all the time? No, not yet. I have to redecorate my desktop in order to get the mouse over, have room for it on the right side in front of the mixer. And I haven't done it at home yet. With all the mouse gymnastics that I have to do in one of these live streams, going back and forth from screen to screen and everything, I don't know if I'm quite ready for that, but I'm going to start practicing with it more. But yeah, that was something that I didn't expect that I could do yet, but things are improving. And I'm walking more now. I'm doing probably 2,000 to 3,000 steps a day on average. So it's coming back. It's coming back slowly, but it is improving. It is improving, and I am feeling better, and I am getting more and more energy. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Continue to diet with all meat and no vegetables, no plants, and seems to be working. And I don't need a doctor or a blood test to tell me it's working. Hey, Mason, good morning, Mitch, and everyone in the chat says good morning. Put some QQQs in there if you got something you want to talk about or any questions you want to ask me. Got plenty of time here. I really don't have a whole lot to talk about except my trip over there. One thing that was neat was that the drive over and back was not taxing at all. It was almost relaxing. I wasn't in any big hurry. I didn't have a deadline. I really have to fight the urge. Every time I drove back when I was busy all the time, I always felt like I was on a mission. And that carried over to when I went to Sam's Club. When I went to Sam's Club, I was always on a mission, and I was always racing and always noticing that I was moving at 2 to 3 times the speed of humanity wherever I went, no matter how old or young they were. And I guess that's normal because when you're shopping, that's the definition of shopping. You're walking along and you're taking your time and you're looking at things. When Mitch went shopping, I was on a mission. I need meat, I need eggs, I need bacon, and I need to get out of here. And I could do the Sam's Club thing in 10 minutes. And I would go in there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I keep joking about the fact that I would have it was a foot race. It was a foot race to the beat. And Barry made a funny meme about that. I don't want to show that to you. This is almost true to form. It was me racing old ladies to get down to the marked down meat.
Out of my way, ladies! This meat's mine!
Not if we get there first, hotshot.
Ha! Too slow! Victory is mine!
Oh, you rascal.
All's fair in love and shopping.
That was funny, but that was real, except for the fact that I was a nice guy, and it didn't happen every morning, but I told you before, I would always, even if I beat the old ladies, I would stop and say, go ahead, you take what you want. But nobody could get there. I'm not that fast now. I haven't been in a Sam's Club since then, but I'm almost ready. The walking is coming back enough where I didn't want to go to Sam's Club and ride around in one of those handicap things. Call it foolish pride. Same thing at Walmart. So I waited until I think I can navigate the store without being dangerous or getting so tired that I have to rest. And maybe I'm spoiled by the delivery. Something pretty neat about having them bring it to your door. And it really doesn't take that long. It really doesn't take that long. So that was the right-hand mouse question, Peter. But no, I'm still using my left hand now, and I've become pretty adept with the left hand. So maybe this little experience, I'll end up coming out of it ambidextrous. But I'm not trying to learn to write or anything with my left hand. I don't want to become a lefty out of this whole experience. I want the right hand to come back little by little. Still a lot of stiffness in it, though, unfortunately. Karen Field, good morning from Derbyshire, England. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And Rough Carnivores here. Good morning from Guam. Liz is here. Hiya, Liz. How are you? Black Box Warning TV and conversation. Peter's here this morning, conversating with everybody. Attaboy, Peter. Attaboy, Peter. And you're commenting about my comments, about how I wish I had found this when I was young. Danny says, what a great start to this Monday, best day of the week. It is. It is. I love Mondays. I've said that many times. Monday is one of my favorite days of the week. I don't know why. It used to be because I would generally make that my shopping day, because the stores on a Monday after the weekend, they were usually not crowded. But I haven't been out shopping too much, so I was going to tell you that I was talking about the drive over to Sarasota. It's almost 190 miles from my house to Kiltz's in Sarasota. I left here before 11. I got over there around 2. It's 3 to 3.5 hours, but if you try to do it anytime during the week other than the middle of the day, you get rush hour, especially around Disney. And Sarasota, I got to tell you, I do not enjoy driving in Sarasota, Florida. It's nuts down there. But I did it, and I got there, and I pulled into the driveway of his house on the water there. Some of you have been there for the meetup. You know what I'm talking about. And there wasn't a car in sight. And driveway was empty. I figured, well, Kiltz's got his car in the garage. And I get there at 2. I get out of my car. I go up to the front door, and I knock on the door. Nothing. Knock on the door again. Nobody's home. So I try the door, and it's unlocked. So I walk in, and I look around. There's nobody home. I'm there by myself. So I call him on the phone. I'm here. I'll be there in about 20 minutes, he said. He was at his office. He was working, doing something. At any rate, by the time he finally got there, because, as luck would have it, when I pulled up, he lives on a place called Bird Key. It's really one of the most exclusive islands in the Sarasota area. It's unbelievably gorgeous out there. And you got to go out on a causeway, and then the entrance to Bird Key is a left turn off the causeway. And I pull up into the left turn lane, and right in front of me, it says always construction going on in Bird Key. So there's always concrete trucks and building material delivery trucks. Every time I've gone out there, the three times I've been there, I've seen all these trucks and construction work, and they're always building, rebuilding, remodel. It's crazy. Well, I pulled up right behind a semi-truck flatbed full of roof trusses. You've seen them. You know what I'm talking about. The roof trusses, the wood roof trusses, pre-manufactured roof trusses. And he's in the left lane. And these are long-ass lights because it's an entrance coming out of Bird Key, which has normally very little traffic, onto a major highway. So they're stingy with the amount of traffic light time they give to the Bird Key traffic. So I'm sitting there The light's red, 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 and 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then all of a sudden, the traffic coming in this direction stops. I can't see the light. The truck is right in front of me, and it's covering up the light. I figure, well, the light's got to be green. The arrow's got to be green. Nothing. Nothing moves. I don't see anything. Nobody's moving. Another couple of minutes goes by. Then the traffic starts coming in from the other side. I said, what the hell? Now, I look at my rearview mirror, and the traffic is backed up, I don't know, 30 cars already behind me. People trying to get over into the turn lane, so that lane's blocked. But I must have, just then I said, is this guy broken down? Well, I sat there. I figured maybe he was just texting or fell asleep as a switch. So I waited through another full cycle of the light. Now the traffic's backed up a quarter of a mile behind me on the causeway. And I said, I think this guy's broken down. So I sneak out and try to get out. And I managed to get into the right lane, go around the truck, and sure enough, the guy broke down. That's the kind of luck I have. I can drive 200 miles to get somewhere, and at the finish line, have something happen where I get stuck. Never fails, never fails. So I was lucky that I did get around him and made the left turn into Bird Key. And then when Kiltz wasn't there, and I called him, I said, he said, I'll be there in 20 minutes. I said, are you on the island here? He said, no, I'm down in my office. I said, I'll see you in an hour. And sure enough, it took him about an hour. They finally cleared that truck out of the way, and he was able to, but he couldn't get in either. So, and he came in, and neither of us left until I left the next day. I wasn't going out. I figured, by luck, I won't be able to get back in again. But it was an interesting time, and I'm sure the two of us will be talking about it on our respective YouTube shows for a long time to come. I'm looking for questions. I'm looking for somebody I haven't said hi to yet. Everybody's in a chatty mood. Did you miss each other over the weekends? You're real chatty today. I am 20 minutes behind, but we'll start catching up now. Peter and Rick, you're talking to each other. Danny in Boston. Hi, Danny. How you doing? Good to see you up there in Boston. Guess the weather's starting to get nice. Here I was talking about human beings being connected, and Dan knows that, I guess. The connection is real, especially when we fast. God, well, I don't talk about God too much here, but I have my own scientific theories about why we're all connected. Some people call that God, and that's fine with me. But you'll never hear me refer to God. I don't refer to God. Sorry. And believe it or not, Kiltz and I can agree and have deep conversations about the fact that we actually believe all of the same things. Just label it differently. That's all. That's all. It's incredible. It's incredible. Johnny Ball Game, quantum polarity connections. I'm starting to study some newly evolved theories that exist in the realm of quantum physics. I mean, really study this stuff. And two of the emerging fields, which really explain a lot, if they're true. Now, this is, I think, the first time humans have considered something like this in a way to explain the things we can't explain without turning to religion, for example. And those are the fields of quantum biology, and quantum consciousness. I also am studying the latest discoveries in quantum computing, especially the stuff that's coming out about this new Google Willow chip that is mind-boggling. And that brings into the discussion alternate universes. It's all cutting edge, sci-fi sounding, wacko stuff. And if you apply it right in trying to figure things out like I do, it offers a potential explanation for the communication that we all feel, for the incredible computing power of the human brain that goes far beyond what anything we can build in this size of a machine could possibly do. And I think, maybe not in my lifetime, but I think down the road, we will have figured out a way to really tap into this and measure things and prove and do science and experiments that actually prove that it's been that way all along. We just haven't stumbled on it yet. Just like every other discovery that we have made. You know, when we were living in the caves looking up at the sky, we didn't know what it was. Most of these things only happened in the last 30, 40, maybe 100 years, to be kind. Some of these scientific discoveries that are real science and not scientism. So I find it fascinating, but I can't really, it's not the fodder for a show like this. It's not the kind of thing that we can discuss, but it's the kind of thing that Kiltz and I can talk about, and he is the only one who, it seems, whose mind goes in those directions. You may label it differently, but it's fascinating, and we talked about this. We really talked about it, about the possibilities and what they would mean if we could understand it. Right now, we understand a little about quantum physics. At any rate, it's not the kind of thing I think that would captivate an audience here. So we're not going to talk about it too much here. But some people wonder, what the hell could Mitch and Kiltz have in common? He's such a religious guy, and Mitch is not. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. Question. Butter Bob interviewed Dan Mitch. Didn't you know? And will you watch the replay? I didn't know, Jerry. I didn't know. I didn't know the Butter Bob interviewed Dan. But yes, I will watch the replay. I'll do that. Tammy. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Mitch and Yow Mitch Fitz. I had to search for Mitch this morning. Talk much, Mitch? Wet my whistle. I had to search for Mitch this morning. Yeah, it's probably because I created this thing early in the day yesterday. It may have popped up in your feed yesterday, but not this morning. I think it's better if I don't create it till later at night. But I was at the computer yesterday, and I decided, I may as well do it. I think I'll wait till later today to create if I create it in the morning, an hour or two before it happens, I think it pops up in more feeds. But who knows what goes on in the mind of Google? Who knows? Who knows? Sandy Blythe says good morning to Tammy. Hi, Sandy. How are you? And who is this? Diesel Doc. Diesel Doc. Good morning to you, Diesel Doc. Somebody said something about a bromance. I saw. You know, that's a funny word, bromance. You see, men don't want to, in public anyway, really appear to be too enamored with each other, lest they be labeled gay. Two men can generate great affection for each other, like Kiltz and I are doing, yet there are probably no two straighter heterosexual men on the planet than me and Kiltz. Believe me. And I think they invented the word bromance just for, especially with older men. Because you'll find, what you find in the world, if you look around, is a lot of older men have become widowers, for example. Most older men have great friends. And everybody labels it a bromance. But they have great friends, and when you get to be that age, you may still be interested in women, and you may still be interested in sex, and you may still keep looking and keep thinking about it, but the drive to find a mate diminishes as you get older. Kiltz and I have talked about that. You gain a certain freedom from that urge to hunt for someone of the opposite sex that plagues men all their lives and is responsible for most of the misunderstanding and problems we create for ourselves. And it's not uncommon for a couple of older men who are widowers, lost their wife, maybe living in a big house all by themselves, to actually become roommates. A lot of times for friendship and also financial considerations, because two can usually live as cheap as one. So the thought always crosses my mind, if I talk too much about Kiltz here, people are going to think that, you know, it's a gay thing. And trust me, you have to trust my word on this. I always remember the movie As Good as It Gets. You remember that movie, Jack Nicholson? Greg Kinnear. Greg Kinnear played the gay guy. Jack Nicholson played the somewhat psychotic writer and author who was a homophobe of the highest order. And the two of them kind of became friends in the movie. And then Jack Nicholson ended up kind of rescuing Greg Kinnear at a point in his life where he lost everything. He's gotten injured, beat up, and he started taking care of him. And towards the end of the movie, Greg Kinnear moved in. Jack Nicholson offered him a spare room in his apartment. If you haven't seen that movie, you got to see it. It's called As Good as It Gets. One of my favorite movies. And Jack Nicholson offers him a room in his apartment. And he's so grateful. He turns to Jack Nicholson and he says, "I really love you," he says. And Jack Nicholson, who's sarcastic as hell, looks at Greg Kinnear and says, "My friend, if only that did it for me, I'd be the luckiest guy in the world." Kiltz and I are more like Jack Nicholson. There's not a... everybody tells men, everybody's got a little bit of homosexual tendencies. And I would say, nothing, no, thank you. No, thank you. I have had one. I'm going to tell you this. This is interesting. A real life adventure. I've been one time in my life hit on by a homosexual. One time. Actually, I was a young soldier in uniform traveling to Germany when I first got deployed there. I was heading by train. I had flown into Germany in Frankfurt, went into the train station in Frankfurt in my uniform, young 20s, I mean 20 years old, 21 years old. The train didn't leave for like 5, 6 hours, 7 hours in the morning. I got in Frankfurt at night. So I had to spend the night sitting around the train station. Well, I went into the men's room and I'm standing at the urinal and a guy walks up to the urinal next to me and reaches out and puts his arm around me. I decked him. It was so revolting and disgusting that I actually decked him. I decked him. I knocked him down. And I started yelling, "Get the F away from me," you know. That was it. That was it. I think I learned at that point that I had no homosexual tendencies whatsoever. And that was further proven out in my life of chasing women and running away from men. Hey, that's a little personal story for you there. Something I want to make certain is clarified. Hey, Mason, sir, what do you consider is the greatest change Carnivore has done for you overall? Thank you. There is no one greatest change. I don't think anybody. I think you have to take the whole package. I was not healthy. I suffered from many ailments, many high blood pressure, kidney stones, rheumatoid arthritis, probably some brain fog. It's the whole enchilada, the whole package, going from unhealthy back to feeling healthy again. I kind of wish I never had that episode of the gym where I hurt my head. I think that was the beginning of all the problems, the brain surgery and a stroke. But I'm probably the healthiest stroke victim they've ever seen. And I continue to get better, and I'm feeling good, and I'm going to be 79 in a couple of weeks. So you got to factor that in too. And I'm not losing, even at my age, I'm not early onset dementia. I'm not losing my sharpness. I'm not losing my memory any more than I always did when I can't remember somebody's name. As long as I can continue to keep coming on here and just winging it every day for an hour, hour and a half, I don't think people are going to be able to say, Mitch is getting a little dull, losing his mind. I don't think so. I think, and I definitely attribute all that to Carnivore. It's a good question. Good question. Lambs, Mitch, have you had time to check out Patrick Cole's cancer theory? No, I haven't had it yet. I do have it. I have it in my email. I appreciate it, Lambs, but I got to tell you, I get so many things. People send me links, probably 5 or 10 of them a day. Sometimes I just don't get to them. But I have it in my inbox on my Gmail is kind of like my to-do list. So I'll watch it probably today and I'll let you know. But thanks. Don't stop sending them. Don't think I'm not interested something interesting that any of you find. Oh, Laura's talking about her shopping. That was back when I was talking about shopping. Uncle Charlie, I missed your show Saturday night. Well, I missed it too, but I just can't be doing that many of these things. Now keep in mind, Wednesday morning I'm going to put a link in, and you're all invited to come in here and have a little panel. Brian Airy says, Bacon Runner, Donna Ray says, are you going to do any videos or shorts soon? Yes, I'm making a video now. They sent me an air fryer oven, which is pretty cool. I already filmed the unboxing part of it, but I have to start testing it out and cooking. But yeah, I'm going to start doing a few videos. I don't want to overdo it though, and probably not shorts. I did a test one, but it doesn't go anywhere. Got 1,000 or 2,000 views. They're not monetized. There's not an interest in them, and there are a lot of YouTube influencers who say that it's not good to mix shorts and long forms in the same channel. I don't know if I believe that or not, but we'll see. I don't think I'm going to do shorts. I tried that thing, that self-generating shorts. Basically, at the end of every one of my live streams, StreamYard says to me, do you want to generate clips? I could do that a couple times, but then, of course, if I want to keep doing it, I have to pay them. I'm not paying them any more money because they want to nickel and dime you for everything. All these people do. Every service you subscribe to, especially what you watch on TV, they just keep adding on and raising the price and adding on. And you need to subscribe to this. I've subscribed to that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Hey, Mason says, Mitch and others that have needed to, I utilize food delivery every week just from severe pain. I look forward to going again myself. Yeah. We get spoiled, though, don't we? We do get spoiled. Erin is here. I missed her first entry, but somebody, Brian said good morning to Erin, Booby Goats. And I'm trying to keep going through the conversation. A lot of conversation. Hang in there with me. Steadfast, did you win on Kiltz's channel this morning? I thought I saw your name up there. Congratulations. It's always fun to win something. Amy! Hi, friends. How you doing, Amy? Good to see you. Good to see you. You haven't played this in a while. I haven't played this in a while. Let me play this. Why isn't it playing? Don't tell me my hard drive went to sleep in the meantime. Maybe. Well, we'll keep waiting for that to pop up. In the meantime, there it comes. I love that. I love that. Me stealing Amy's hair. That's one of my favorites. Thank you, Barry. That was a creative one, I got to tell you. I love that. Yeah, here's the comment I saw as I went by. Lizzie says, I think you do make the perfect bromance. I think Kiltz's 70th birthday was a milestone for him. I think that those decade anniversaries do have effects on us. I don't know if I'm dreading next year when I turn 80. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm going to try my best not to consider it like a marker. Well, I was young before, but now I'm old afterwards. No, it's going to be a mental exercise to not consider it that way. I didn't consider 70 that way. Most people, when they hit 60, start to call themselves old. I call myself old, kind of, that's my shtick. But I don't feel old. I don't feel like an old man. I still feel like I always felt. And I don't do the things that might make me feel old. I had the stroke. They wanted me to get a handicap sticker for my car. I said, no. I'm not going to get a handicap. I'm not going to put a blue wheelchair thing on my mirror. I'll figure out a way to live, parking where I can park and walking. And if I can't, I won't go. And I haven't. I refuse to ride one of those little shopping cart things. Now, if I get fully and permanently disabled, wheelchair bound for some reason, yeah, I'll take advantage of that. But as long as there's a fighting chance that I get out there and live my life as an unhandicapped person, I tell people I'm not handicapped, I'm recovering. And there's a big difference. Recovering is a mental state of mind where you don't accept the fact that there's something wrong with you. And you do accept the fact that it's only temporary. Once you admit that you have a handicap, you are admitting to yourself you're stuck with it for life. That may happen to me, but it hasn't happened yet, as far as I'm concerned. I'll make do with what I got to do to live my life now and keep pushing the boundaries. I intend at least 3-4 days a week now. I've made a deal with myself. In fact, Kilt suggested it to me the other day. He says, you got a gym you can go to? I said, yeah, I got a gym here at my community. He says, you should go about an hour. Go for an hour. Even if you don't work out hard, just go. And do as much as you want to do or as much as you can do. But the fact that you make the trip, and I may start laying out by the pool here in the community. We've got gorgeous facilities here, and I never use them. And I said, I don't know why I don't. You're absolutely right. It's not like I don't have the time for it. I do have the time for it. So as long as it's a sunny day and I can lay out by the pool, I'm going to go to the gym. And however much exercise I want to do, I'll do. But get out of the house. So I need to start doing that again. I think I have gotten a little bit, I don't want to say lazy, but used to the life of a shut-in, and I'm not really a shut-in, so it's all up here in the mind. Rick says, I had to kick John Studd from the Dan and Bob. Yeah. Are you a moderator on? Yeah, you are, aren't you? You haven't seen John Studd around here for a long time, have you? Just saying. Just saying. I tried. I really tried. I tried to be gracious. I tried to put up with it, but I gave it the old college try. But enough is enough sometimes. And I just got tired of the disruptions. We shouldn't have to put up with disrespectful, mean people. No law says we have to put up with that. And we have the tools to get them out of our lives until they come back in under another name. But mean is mean. So, doesn't matter what name they go by. When I see disrespectful comments, I will try to be gracious, try to be nice. If it keeps up, adios. Adios. Bob said the same thing. He said that's one of the things he learned from me. I got a kick out of him. Last week when I saw his video, his interview, he said, I learned that from Mitch. Yeah, there's no law that says that it's disrespectful for us not to have to want to hear people that constantly insult us. This is not a free country in here. This is our channel. Freedom of speech is not a law in here. You can't go into somebody's house and just constantly say things you want to. That's not what freedom of speech means. First Amendment. It boggles the mind that's how some people have to get their entertainment, by annoying others. Too many people like that in this world. Don't get me started on that, or I'll be ranting today. And I'm trying to be happy today. Just retired Rick here. Hi, retired Rick. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. And I am not getting through this. I'm getting further behind. So let me start to look for the QQQs. Mitch, that is like in my top 5 movies of all time. She's talking about As Good as It Gets. I talked about that earlier. It's a great, great movie. I've seen it 5 or 6, maybe more times. And it's entertaining every time. The Fifth Element is one of my favorite movies. The Fifth Element, a Bruce Willis movie. Bruce Willis movie, believe it or not. You have to watch that movie 5 times just to understand it. Every aspect of it. Very entertaining. Great movie. Luc Besson was a writer and director of that movie. It has the greatest music score, the greatest set design, the greatest cinematography. It is such an excellent movie, The Fifth Element. Love that movie. But As Good as It Gets is one of my favorite non-science fiction movies. Just great. Just great. So, Liz, great mind thinks alike. Great minds think alike. Rick, I like that. Rick, homosexual tendencies? That's nuts. People think I am a serial killer. Rick, I could understand that. I can understand that. I don't think you're a serial killer, unless you spell your cereal with a C. With a C. Then you could be a serial killer. Donna. Yep, I answered that already. Yes, I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to probably do a little more commentary if something comes up worth commenting on. But I'm not going to be trying to make a long-form video every day like I did. I'm going to try to make more cooking videos. People seem to like those. Just, don't get too intellectual, Mitch. Just give me some actionable advice. Like, how do you make bacon eggs? How do you make... I had, yesterday, I made my chaffle burgers for my first meal of the day, and I made 2 of them, and I cooked the 3rd patty while I was cooking in the air fryer, and that was all I ate yesterday. Ate the 2, and then about 3 or 4 hours later, I actually just ate the cold one that was in the refrigerator. That's all the food I needed. Today, I'm going to start with bacon and eggs. And I got some chicken thighs, which I may eat if I'm still hungry later. I have a second meal about every other day. And that works out good. But how many videos can you make about that stuff? They sent me this Typher. I love their products. Their products are the Rolls Royce of tabletop appliances, as far as I'm concerned. That Dome 2 air fryer that I have is my go-to thing. But they sent me an air fryer oven. I unboxed it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Costs less than the Dome 2. It has 10 modes. And one of them is dehydrate. And it's big enough where you could load it up to dehydrate things. So maybe that would, if you don't have a dehydrator, this might be a good thing. But I'm going to show it to everybody. And they give me a discount link, but they're having a sale. It starts the 29th. So I'll have all the videos done by then and the links for the sale. So it's probably going to come out around the end of the month, which is only about 10 days from now. So it's not that far away. And what I'm going to try to use it for, because it's tall, is I think you could slow cook any kind of meat, ribs, brisket. I don't know if I'll use it as an air fryer, but it is an air fryer, and it has a basket in there too. And it looks like it doesn't have the hard-to-clean aspects of it, like the Cuisinart combination air fryer and oven that I have, that I don't use and haven't used for years, because you can't clean it. This thing looks... Anyway, I really like it, and I didn't know if I would or not. But we got a video coming out about that before too long. Let me get through this. It is 8 o'clock already. Wow, 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 on this Monday morning. Thomas, I haven't said hi to you yet. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed the old guys.
Hey, Mitch, ready for some real food? You bet, Kiltsy. No more counting plants for us. We count steaks. Time to dig in. Perfect.
That is priceless. That is priceless. Thomas, that is priceless. That was a kind of a collaboration with you and Barry. That was great. That was good. I appreciate you sending me that. I love it. I love it. And yeah, every time I play that Amy video, people say Carrot Top. I thought I looked pretty good with that red hair. I got to get a wig. That's what I need. I need a red afro. That'd be great. Amy says, I would give you my hair. Thanks. I'm glad you like that, Amy. I hope you have a copy of it. It's just a funny meme. You know, I'm not really an AI fan, but when you can do things like that with AI that aren't going to hurt anybody or try to deceive people and are funny, I think that's a great use for it. Unfortunately, most people are not going to use it for that. Unfortunately. Oh, everybody said hi to Amy after I played that. Sherry says, I enjoyed Mitch's at Friday's comedy stylings of Mitch and Kilts. And did you know, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but on Sunday, when I did my live stream from over there, I changed the title of the person on the screen to Mitch and Kilts. And I told him when we logged out of my account on his StreamYard on his computer, he remembers that no matter who you log in, it's going to use the one you used the last time. And on his Sunday live stream, he got halfway or 3/4 of the way through it before he realized that under his name it still said Mitch and Kilts. But he fixed it. I don't think it made a big difference because I was right there next to him. on Sunday. That was a nice live stream yesterday. His Sunday live stream's starting to pick up a little bit, get more and more people. It's a panel type live stream, and it's the only one that he does in a week with a panel. And it's good. It's just usually the same people stop in: Rick, me, Kelsey. But we have a good time. We have fun. Steve McAvoy, good morning, Mitch. The knife sharpener that you use, does it make the knives razor sharp? It can. It can. It depends on how much you do it. If you don't want them razor sharp, you don't have to hone them as much. But yeah, it does a great job. It cuts meat like butter, like butter. Like butter. Am I catching up? Yeah, I am. I'm catching up. Wow. I watched Rick for about an hour on Saturday, enjoyed it, said hi, but pretty much sat back and watched. Talking about John Studd, Amy says, some of us think John Studd is someone in the community. He knows way too much about us. We think it's someone we know with a second account. Oh, yeah, I think there's no doubt about that. And I think most of us know who it is. But it's just conjecture. Just conjecture. But you're right. Right. And a lot of people have more than one account on. I have a couple of different accounts on YouTube, but the handle on on the other two is still going to be Mitch. One of them says Mitch-Carnivore, but none of those things have any subscribers. They're just accounts that I have that I can watch YouTube from. And I never post on. I very rarely post at all anyway. Yes, love The Fifth Element. Barry, it's a great movie, and everything's great. And if you watch it, you got to watch it a number of times. And if you really want to get the most out of it, and you're a curious person, and you like cinematography, and you like movie making and editing, you have to watch it with different hats on. And I've done that. You have to watch the whole movie as if you're a music composer and conductor. Then you watch the whole movie as if from the point of view of a cinematographer. And then you watch the whole movie again from the point of view of a casting director. Then you watch it again from the point of view of a set designer. And only then will you appreciate the art and the work that went into that movie. And it has become a cult movie. And what Besson went through to actually get it made, and how much money they spent on it. The whole story of that movie is a fantastic story of perseverance on the part of old Luc Besson. It's incredible. It's incredible. And it goes over, right over most people's head. But now, it's become kind of a cult classic. Uncle Charlie says, I try not to eat any chicken because it's not fat enough. I eat chicken thighs with the skin on in the air fryer. That, my friend, is fat enough. There's loads of fat in that skin. It's the skin that's the best part of it. But the chicken thigh, and they're the cheapest meat you can buy on Carnivore. It's incredible. Let's talk about Rick. Any more questions? And we're going to bring this to an end this morning. That's it. Bottom of the chat. And Barry Simon says, it's just captivating and you pick up nuances each time. Yes, Barry, great minds think alike. I could still watch that movie. I've seen it 20 times. I could watch it again and see something I hadn't seen before. Notice something. It's a university course in filmmaking. a college, a filmmaker university could make an entire 4-year curriculum and use only that movie as the example. There's that much going on. That much going on. I always found it a challenge to watch that and try to learn a little something, another trick, something that I hadn't noticed before, because it's got it all. Well, listen, my friends, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming today. Brian Aries says, have a great day, everyone. I'm going to play a little happy music because I can. And we're going to get out of here before it gets too late. Have a great Monday. Have a great Monday. I've been up for half a day already. Since I may even find myself taking a nap this afternoon. But maybe I'll run over to the gym this morning. Enjoy this Monday. Say goodbye to all your friends in the chat. We still got 113 people here. Thanks so much for coming. Great to see you all. Laurie Weisel says, thank you, Mitch. Peace Family says, Bride's Biscuit. Tammy, have a great Monday. Thanks, Mitch. Bye all. Thanks, Mitch, says Sandy. Rick, see you tomorrow. Without a doubt, I will be here. Mike Silly Sr., have a great day, everyone, from a windy morning in Melbourne, Florida. It is windy out there, isn't it? Ebony Talks, have a great day. Oh, hi, Ebony. Missed you before. Robbie Autry. Great chat, Mitch. Go outside and smoke that cigar. Yes, sir. Corrupter of everybody. That's me, Mitch the Corrupter. Sorry. Drink your coffee. If you do enjoy cigars, don't give them up. If you don't smoke cigars, I'm not telling you to start. That is happy music. It's tough to be depressed and listen to music like that. All right, my friends. Take the rest of the day off. See you tomorrow. In the meantime, eat your meat.